Hello.
Hey,
What's up?
I have a question. So I was on this call for the contract for David Douglas, and I wanted to make sure you guys were on the same page for Oregon, period, because the way that this contract is written, and then Greg was like, well, that's how we aligned for Oregon altogether. I'm not sure that's actually practically being done or actually being done in real life, specifically around the contract, the compensation piece. So in here, it says contractor will be compensated for services under this agreement according to all applicable rates. Contractors provide the services the following rates. Okay. Contractor will bill monthly for prior month of the number of days of membership recorded. Each student has met eligibility, enrollment, and membership criteria. Right. And so on this contract on David Douglas, we went to define membership, but that would tell me that we should be prorating days, and we're billing them at 100. I mean, not prorating, but you either get attendance or you don't for the day, and you're in membership or you're not.
Yeah. So David Douglas, to be clear, we don't have a contract with them yet, so we're not billing anything for David Douglas.
I know, but I'm just saying in Oregon in general. So he said this is the same one we're doing for Oregon. So,
no, that's not what we're doing for Oregon. Let me pull up the contract. I can send you this template too if you like, but let's forget about the current year rules, but we are billing based on it is in arrears. It is based on membership days. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I think of this for a second. So we're billing 86% of times the FTE. Yeah, so we're not billing on a monthly basis. If that's what you're asking. We're billing it based on. We're basing it it says 86% times the FTE times the ADM times the membership days divided by total membership days.
How are you getting the ADM?
So ADM, the weighted ADM is that's basically just the per pupil funding for the district. So the district gets $6,000 a year. We're billing them up, 86% of the $6,000 times their FTE, which is usually 1, times however member. Yeah, so we are billing on the number of membership days. So that is accurate.
So I'll give you an example. On this one, I haven't right here, but this one is membership is defined as the number of days in attendance plus the number of days absent.
Correct. Yep, that's right.
So how is that model that you have capturing that?
Yeah. So it defines let's see, membership as exactly that, number of days present plus the number of days absent.
Right. So attendance. So let's say a student does nothing. Are you claiming those each day that they do nothing as in membership?
Up to 10 days. Yeah. So the rules are, again, notwithstanding this year, you have 2 weeks essentially.
I guess that's my whole point. Is how do you do that? Because this year it's not in the contract. If we've defined it, how do you? All that the rules say this year is that we can't drop them. It doesn't say that they automatically get daily membership or daily attendance. That's all the rules say.
Yes, I don't. Well,
so after 10 days, if they still do nothing, yeah, we can't drop them. Well, we shouldn't be billing them for those days that they're in.
For this year?
Not claim. Yeah.
So for this year, we're not really tracking whether they're absent or in attendance at all. Well, we're not recording that on the bill. The bill, we're just saying how many days.
I know, but aren't we have to do in accordance to our contract? Accordance to our contract?
So there is a amendment for this year. And the amendment says that A membership is defined as number of days attendance plus a number of days of absence. Attendance will be taken one for each day of scheduled class. A student is considered in attendance for each day the student has two-way contact with the program staff, member has logged in the portal and viewed the assignment, or has attempted to meet up. Students not in attendance will be marked absent. So,
correct.
So they're absent. So absence counts towards membership.
So you're saying it doesn't matter the absences? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm saying membership. You're in membership. You're getting billed if you're in membership. You're in membership if you're either in attendance or if you are marked absent. Both of those things count towards membership. Does that make sense?
It doesn't say or. It says membership is defined as the number of days in attendance plus the number of days absent.
Exactly. That's right. That's the same thing. It's either they're in membership, they're in attendance. Either they're in attendance and they're getting funded, or they're absent and they're getting funded. Either way, they're getting funded, and then we're billing for that.
Okay. Well, I will respectfully disagree with that.
Oh, why? Sorry. What don't you agree with that?
Well, because it says why would we label the attendance? And here it says the student is considered in attendance for each day the student has two-way contact.
Yeah.
Blah,
Yep.
blah, blah, or attended a meeting with the local advocate.
Yep.
Student not in attendance will be marked absent.
Right. Not.
Why not just say students that are because it doesn't clearly say students not in attendance.
Hey, I get it. It's confusing, but I mean, there is a very specific definition of absence. You get funded for absences. You don't get funded for withdrawals. So you can be absent for up to 10 days in every other year, not this year. You get absent for 10 days and then you're withdrawn and then you don't get any funding anymore.
But we had never done that, even prior to this year. We always billed them.
You mean regardless of the membership?
Even if we were supposed, we never dropped them at the 10-day mark, is what I'm saying.
Well, we were calculating it, and we were calculating when they were dropping and when they came back. God,
for the entire month.
I can't account for what happened in the past, but this is how it used to be done way back in the days. We would mark them in attendance or absence. We would mark those, and then we would bill for those days. And then if they dropped even for like 4 days or something, we wouldn't bill for that, and then they would be re-enrolled essentially on the next time that they did a contact.
Thing, just so you know, they're going to want them dropped at the 10 days mark, and so that's where your whole proration stuff. And they only allow, according to the contract, re-enrollment, and they don't want to strike that re-enrollment approved by the district. So
yeah, that'll be an issue.
Why I'm making sure that you guys have a way to do that, because then it does count. Then you will only be able to bill for 10 days.
Right. Yeah. We should. What I'm hoping we can do with them is just set up some rule where there's an automatic re-enrollment for less than 10 days of withdrawal or something. They're still going to have to mark them withdrawn in their system, but I'm hoping we don't have to go through a bunch of hoops to re-enroll a student after a 10-day drop. That would suck.
Well, I don't want to have to re-drop them, because then you're going to be dropping them. They could be in the middle of the class, something like that.
Yeah.
They should be dropped at the end of the month.
Yeah.
The way this state is, it's 10 days.
Yep.
And Beth said that they're a big stickler. They want that to happen for sure this year.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, that's how the rules are written, so that's how we align to it. But what I'm hoping is going to happen again is how they mark them in their SIS may be different than how we would do it. I wouldn't think we would actually drop them after 10 days.
No, the contract says in our system. It doesn't say theirs. It says private alternative school. We have to.
Oh, okay.
We have to. We got to get it. It doesn't say in their membership.
Yeah.
It says our enrollment.
Okay. Well, what our action is around withdrawing somebody may not be removing them from class access. It may just be marking in the system somewhere.
Well, I mean, then they're enrolled. You can't be consistent. You can't say they're not enrolled.
Well,
again,
yeah.
We're gonna, if they want to drop, we're gonna drop them. But you guys have to be prepared for billing. Is all I'm saying. Be prorated.
Yeah, got it.
And we've never done that before, and that's how even if the contract was written like that, we have always just charged them for a month.
Yeah, I don't think we do that with private alternative school.
Yeah, and Beth was like, "Well, they never caught us before," and they go, that's not how. I said, "There's still a notion of good faith and fair dealing." But I said, we just want to get it right. Like, I don't want to go through this whole never caught us before. We got a prorate.
Right. We say, think of this though. Okay, just open up your mind for a second. So let's say this. So a student's doing work, they're in attendance. All of a sudden they go MIA, right? They go into absence for 2 weeks, and then they're withdrawn, right? So what if we I don't know, we mark in our system that they were withdrawn on the 16th of May, right? And then 3 days later they show back up. When they show back up, they're re-enrolled automatically. So to the student experience, nothing changed. But technically in those 3-4 days, they were withdrawn. So we mark in our system that they were withdrawn and then re-enrolled, which is why I'm hoping that we can align with the district that re-enrollment doesn't have to go through some lengthy approval process, that we can just re-enroll them without having to go through that.
Super complicated on our end from a technical perspective, dude. But
I don't know. We just mark the log basically as withdrawn and then re-enrolled. Easy. You don't really do anything. I mean, we don't take all their classes off their dashboard. You don't do any of that. You just basically are marking on an attendance log that they're withdrawn on this day and re-enrolled on this day. And then you send that report to the district and you say, here's how you're going to mark it in your SIS for attendance to the state. You're going to mark them withdrawn on the 16th and re-enrolled on the 19th.
Yeah. So I don't like that whole. That seems like not very good idea. Like I think that if they're either enrolled or they're not enrolled, and if they're enrolled, they have classes. They're not enrolled, they don't have classes.
Yep.
But I do agree with you that we should push the district on, can we do automatic re-enroll? Yeah. So I do like, hey, if the student gets a two-way contact with us afterwards, or they get, log into the system, then we create a system that is automatically enrolled. Either way, you're still going to prorate.
Yeah.
So those days that they're absent, you're
totally
going to bill for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I agree with that part. And hopefully we can just align them not to so much about the rules of attendance and withdrawals, but really around student progress. And so like, we're going to have we have this whole overlay essentially of satisfactory progress. Let us just run that. Like this other stuff is just noise. We'll tell you what you can mark for attendance and not attendance, but don't hold up a student's progress in our program because they had to go take care of their sick grandmother, whatever the issue was.
Who are you talking to? I understand that. I'm just telling you that Beth says that they're very adamant about the students being taken out at 10 days. So, which is again our model, and at minimum it should at least be at the end of the month. Yeah. At minimum, like 10 days, bro.
I think that's the state. I don't think we can get around the state law.
Well, we got around it for years. We never did it for years. So we have got around it. That's why our system's not. I can't get it automatically dropped at 10 days because it's never been built in a system like that.
Well,
I agree with you.
Yeah, that might be more aligned. That might be more aligned to what we heard like in 2013, which is Oregon doesn't audit. They do not audit. So how we did it right or wrong didn't really matter. I don't know if that's still the case, or if that was an urban myth. But anyway, that was probably why it never came up.
Yep. Got it.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that was it. I just want to make sure you're aware of the whole proration. Get technical and run this whole dropping of 10 days.
Yep. Got it.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah.